Alright, do you just want us to sit anywhere, or do you want us to lay it?
Introduce you to our state senator for this area of our state.
I try to come to all events that I can, sometimes I can't,
And Laura, these are all students.
Oh my gosh.
Former students from the school. And Miss Lucy. And that's Miss Nancy Jackson. And that's her sister Ethel. And that's Miss Charlotte Knott. And then there's Sunny's sister.
You gotta sit down for this one. You've got to sit down for this man. This is Linwood Jackson.
Hello, how are you?
You know both of us well.
You're doing a lot of work. You guys are doing a lot of work. I like to come out to your school one day and take a tour. Not the school, but
Yeah, the museum.
the museum.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you said that.
I'm sorry I missed your events and all. I'm on the other side of town actually, just working at Kilpatrick's office. But I do get your emails, of course, and I'm looking forward to ongoing personal.
Okay.
Business don't have to stick with council. And we do what we can to accomplish. But yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you.
He's going to be taking care of all of your grandson.
What are you doing then? What are you doing? What about Jim?
We always
She's teaching you some great skills.
She's giving me another job. Now, I feel like the secretary sometimes.
But she does you have some great skills and some great work in making sure that content is 100% spot on with regards to your communications. And number one, applying for the grants and then following up. And then to keep that process going is, of course, the name of the game.
See, we've done 2 or 3 already, so you know, it's the same thing over and over. So, it's the same paperwork. So you just follow the one.
You're the president / videographer.
/ social media /
business manager.
Yep. Well, you guys doing a great job out there. Just to let you know from our end, you know what I mean. We pass out a lot of grants all year, obviously, and we get the feedback is just different with everybody. You know what I mean? But you guys are on top of it. Some of them get lost in the shuffle. Not on our the organization get dropped, the organization closed down, what have you. And so that you guys are right on it, so we appreciate that.
And we figured instead of getting the money back, because we only spent so much on the program, it was easier to just add some of our other expenses in there that were like repair costs.
Right, all of that's fine, as long as you document it, you know what I mean, from our end, we don't care, it's out there, we don't want it back.
That's right, because I figured that would be more...
Appreciate you guys, go ahead and use it for whatever.
Because I figured that would be more work for you guys to bring the money back in and then give us another.
No more work for us, we're working anyhow, you know? That's our job, that's what we're there for, and we just appreciate you guys keeping, the historical museum alive. So well all across the nation to try to erase history. So you guys are in the business of keeping that history alive.
That's right.
And it's much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Wolford, son, and everybody knows him. And it is historical. The work that he does So you guys are just another dysfunction right here. It's all about history, right? And keep with the lives of a lot of people again is trying to destroy it. So I commend you guys for that.
Talk about being erased. This building was almost destroyed.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It was disgusting looking if you saw it a few years ago.
So again, it's a pleasure. I know you know that voice. So it's a pleasure. So what are you filming this whole event?
I tried to film as many events as I could, and I thought this would be more like a wonderful speaking event, and like with a podium and everything. So I didn't know what to expect. So I'm trying to video as much of it as I can. And then I upload all of our videos to our YouTube channel. So taking the video is actually the easy part. Then I have to go take it home, and it takes hours and hours to upload it to YouTube. Editing. Like the last event here, one of the ladies fell going through the door. And I was like, that's going to be really embarrassing if I put that on the YouTube channel. So I just cut off that little section. It's just 5 seconds. So it took her 5 seconds to get back up, and I just cut out that little bit, and it doesn't even look like anything.
Right. No, that's the editing.
Yep.
And when you try to do an organization, there's only like 3 or 4 people that's passionate about getting that work done. So you have to take what you do first. Behind the scenes.
That's right. Nobody realizes.
That nobody sees.
Right.
So I appreciate you.
Absolutely. We thank you so much for the grant. I mean, it's awesome. Excellent.
Okay, this time I'm getting out to the car, I'm bringing in my name tag, and I'm getting it. Oh, here comes the ice
Some of those guys.
Oh, no, no.
got an A in that class. You got an A in that class. A- students aren't here. We distracted. I wanted the potato chips.
Did they think you were?
Maybe you're doing politics.
so let me not set up. Let me push right here. Is this good right here? Whose camera right here? I don't want to be and then does she want to pick later? Yeah. I just walked out.
Okay, good. We have so if you want to welcome everyone,
I'm sure I haven't passed it. On this side.
blessed moment where we're here to celebrate a legend, Miss Hilda Bulah. Miss Hilda, we're all so grateful to you for taking care of yourself so that we can reach this festive occasion. celebrate you and your family and what it means to our state and our nation. And we're just so grateful for you being able to come and share some time with us today, and also some ice cream. So, and I also we got our priorities straight, right? Okay. So, but most importantly, I want to introduce your BFF, Dr. Lynette Edwards, who has become your family and extended family. And Dr. Edwards is our partner. By the way, I'm David Wilk. I am the former chairman of the Friends of Hockessin, Colored School number 107, for just 11 short years in overnight success. And I'm currently the interim CEO of our center in our group. And it's my pleasure to welcome you here. And I want to start by introducing Dr. Lynette Edwards. And what you see around you is a magical journey that began with all of the former students that went to this school in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And can all the former students, I know your important task of eating your ice cream, can the former students please just raise your hands so everybody knows who that is? And how is that for a blessing to have double digits of former students still alive to witness the rebirth and the reintroduction of their famous school, and for all of us to be able to share in their joy. And the chief inspirer, joy creator in chief, has really been Dr. Lynette Edwards, who has worked tirelessly to create the emotion, the spirituality, the soul, the power of what we have here. And I'm so grateful and thankful that we met years ago when our daughters were on a 8th grade field trip at H.B. DuPont to Washington, D.C. And we wound up, our daughters were good friends, and we wound up sitting together and chaperoning them back when they were in 8th grade. Otherwise, I would not have known, may not have known Dr. Edwards in the way that we've been able to collaborate together. So serendipity is a beautiful thing. And Dr. Edwards won't talk about this, but I have to. Dr. Edwards and her husband, Tony, have dedicated the last 4 or 5 years of their lives to telling the story of what happened here at HCS number 107C. Number 107C, right, Mr. Sunny?
107C.
And we started out many years ago meeting and getting to know all of the students and really asking them to trust us to do something special with the former school, which was in a state of disrepair and needed a lot. And fortunately, we were able to meet early on. We met Madeline Fusil, who's over there with the shades on, and Lou Rosenberg in the beginning. Both are principals of Mitchell Associates. And then between Dr. Lynette and Miss Hilda and all of the students and all the families and daughters, and we were able to take and curate this magical experience. And I also want to introduce Dahlia and Lisa and Eric Will, I'm sorry, from Mitchell Associates, because when we finished the construction of this building, it was a beautiful structure, as you can see. But the heart and soul of what is here came from the work that Dr. Lynette and Miss Hilda and all the students and all their families did to create these beautiful experiences. So, Dr. Lynette, we're forever in your debt. And also, Dr. Edwards and her husband, Tony, went out and collected all of the exhibits and things that you see here, the Dorothy Copper Gallery and everything, and graciously donated it to our nonprofit so that it would be a permanent part of our history here. And then along the way, thanks to our incredible county executive and his team, and Vanessa Phillips, and Tracy Searles, and all the folks, and Janet Patrick, and the county council, we became partners with the county in August of 2020. So we're almost celebrating our 3-year anniversary of that. And a little less than 2 years later, we became part of the National Park Service. We are now a National Historical Park under the It's indescribable the joy that we all feel to have been trusted with the community's confidence to create this result and to really build from here. So Dr. Edwards, thank you so much and for arranging this wonderful celebration, and thank you for all you did to create this magical place.
Well, good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. It is really an honor to be standing here. I just walked in and my brother David asked me if I would do the invocation. But I have a little something I'd like to say first. As in Liberia would say, I beg you, I hold your foot up. Please put the address of this wonderful facility either in Waze or Google. If it wasn't for Father Lloyd Castle, who many of you know, who gave me the address to the church across the way. That's how I found it here. Because otherwise, Waze wouldn't bring me, Google wouldn't bring me. I stopped at this people, Sheridan helped me. So this is such a wonderful building. We want to share it. So I'm sure David will make sure that Google and Waze will have the correct address. May the Lord be with you. And also with you. My brothers and sisters, we come before our Father to give him thanks, to give him the glory and the praise for all that he has done for his people. We thank him first of all for waking us up early this morning to see this beautiful day that he has brought us, and to bring our beautiful sister to us, Hilda, to celebrate her 100th birthday, and the other ladies and gentlemen who also attended Colored School 101C. Keep them healthy and strong. Let them continue to serve you and to serve this community. We thank you for all the good news that David shared with us a few minutes ago about the wonderful things that have happened to this school. Let it be known that we stand on the shoulders of many. The shoulders of Hilda, Sister Hilda, and the other individuals who have come to this school, who have gone on to produce wonderful families, to give back to their community, to Delaware, the first state. May we continue to go forth, loving our brothers and our sisters, doing your work, doing the work of Christ. Feeding, caring for, praying for, and tending to all God's children, wherever they may be. We ask all this in the name of your holy and righteous Son, Jesus the Christ, and God's children all said.
Amen.
And I'd like you to know that I am the Commissioner for the Racial Justice and Reconciliation, just appointed in February by the Episcopal Bishop of Delaware. And as you know, maybe you don't know, if I can take a few minutes, we are pushing forward both the presiding bishop, who is the first bishop of color in the United States and throughout the world. And we have 3 major tenets: evangelism, care and creation, and racial justice and reconciliation, which will take all of us, and will take all of us being truthful, authentic, honest, and willing to do the work of Jesus, which is following our baptismal covenant to love and respect the dignity of every human being. Let us live out our baptismal covenant every day. Amen. 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 Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Beautiful benediction, and we're so great to have you here. Thank you all so much. So I'd like to introduce, we have some special guests with us in addition to those that we've already introduced. We have Representative Michael Smith from the state legislature, and we also have Senator Laura Sturgeon, and we also have County Executive Matt Meyer, and we have Linwood Jackson from Councilwoman Kirkpatrick's office. And then we also have a very special guest from Archmere Academy. We have Headmaster Miss Katie Thiel, and we have Miss Danielle Dove, who's head of Equity University at Archmere. And we've had a lot of fun events so far with the students at Archmere, thanks to Miss Thiel and Miss Dove. And also have one of the students from Archmere, Cassius Hearn, and his mom, and Cassius did a portrait of the school and Brown v. Board of Education that he wants to present to the former students today, which is just incredible. So, who would like to kick off? I'm open to who's ever timing is more. Senator?
Yeah, my staff members saying I should kick off. I do what they tell me to do.
I'm just letting you forget here. And also, for everyone's knowledge, we could not have created the building and rebuilt it without the state of Delaware. The governor, the legislature, they awarded us a grant for $1 million as part of our sources of funds to build this. And we asked for, just so you know how amazing they were, we asked for $500,000 and they gave us $1 million. And that was really the big difference between us being able to complete it. We were in a real hurry.
That's not true for all requests, just
Next time you go to these guys, ask for $500,000.
And we were in a real hurry because I had Mr. Sonny's words in my head, and always did. Don't wait too long. Okay.
Thank you. Well, if you had asked for $1 million, you would have gotten $2 million, I guess. I'm Laura Sturgeon. I'm the state senator for this district, so I, along with my colleague in the House, Representative Mike Smith, we represent this area and are so proud to do so. I was a teacher for 25 years here in Delaware, so for me it's extra special to get to be here with all the students who attended school in this building. It has been such a journey watching the building grow from sort of being a little dilapidated, I guess it would be fair to say, to this amazing space that we have today. But I'm mostly here to wish Hilda a happy 100th birthday. And to that end, I'd like to read the tribute that the Senate prepared for Hilda. I actually have 2 copies, so you can look at one while I read the other. I forgot my reading glasses, so bear with me. And Hilda, if there are any factual inaccuracies here, please let us know. We can have a new one printed up. But this is what we shared with us. Be it hereby known to all, myself, joined by the entire Senate of the 152nd General Assembly, pay tribute to Hilda Octavia Bulah Morris upon the 100th anniversary of her birth. Native to Westchester, Pennsylvania, born the 18th of July of 1923, she is the daughter of Addie Bulah Bostic and Howie Faulkner. She was reared on the family farm in Hockessin by her grandparents Fred and Ida Bulah, and following the death of Ida by step-grandmother Sarah Bulah. During the Second World War, she proudly supported the war effort, working at the silk mill in Newcastle, spinning rayon threads used to assemble parachutes for paratroopers. Life has offered many joys and blessings, taking pride of place amongst them, joining Lloyd V. Morris in the bonds of holy matrimony the 9th of October 1948 in the Museum Church, officiated by the Reverend Spence. Hilda Morris has touched and enriched numerous lives along her way and is held in the highest regard. I am pleased to request tribute to a much respected citizen of the First State and the path of life she has traversed. With congratulations and best wishes as Mrs. Morris celebrates her centennial jubilee, may this happy occasion be added to her many fond memories, a century in the making. The Senate directs this tribute issued Tuesday the 25th of July, Anno Domini 2023.
All right, I guess I'll go next. I won't be too repetitive, but Representative Mike Smith, I was brought into all the amazingness that is the Hockessin Color School by Darlene and Pete and Dr. Ray Blackwell a number of years ago, and seeing the transformation, it's been amazing, and we did get some more money from the state this year for you guys to work on the next phase, and so looking forward to that as well. More importantly, it's not every day that you get to celebrate a 100th birthday, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Pretty impressed to be able to even do this today. I'm really involved in sports. I really wanted to try to find a jersey number 100 and get that. That would be pretty cool. But this tribute's really special too. It's the first tribute I've been able to give where we actually, our new speaker is the first ever female speaker of the House. So this is pretty exciting because she signed on which is pretty awesome. So, be hereby known to all that the House of Representatives acknowledges Hilda Bulah Morris. Best wishes to a special woman on the joyous occasion of the celebration of her 100th birthday. Ms. Bulah Morris has experienced much in her 100 years. She is the eldest surviving member of the Bulah family. Ms. Bulah Morris attended the Hockessin Colored School number 107C in the 1920s. The Bulah family had an influential role in the 1952 desegregation of public schools in Delaware, with her Delaware Chancery Court case, Bulah versus Gephardt. We gladly join with Ms. Bulah Morris's family and friends in wishing many happy returns of her special day and Woodside Farm Creamery. No, I just added it. The House of Representatives extends its sincere congratulations and directs this tribute to be issued today, the 25th of July, signed by the new Speaker of the House, Representative Valerie Longhurst, the Chief Clerk, myself, and your State Representative, Representative Neal. So I just want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us. Thank you for letting us join in on your birthday, and thank you for having the best taste of ice cream.
How you doing? I'm Matt Meyer, County Executive. I actually didn't bring a proclamation because some of you may think that Ms. Bulah Morris is 100 years old. That's actually not, she's 100 years and 7 days old. So on her 100th birthday, I found her and brought her a proclamation and declared that day, Hilda Bulah Morris Day, in Newcastle County. I was going to do the same, but we can't declare every day in Newcastle County. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity just to come by to thank all of you for coming together. It's special for me to be here because, as David referenced, it was 5 years ago that members of a small group called the Friends of Hockessin Public School number 107C, came to me at the Delaware State Chamber office, and they pitched to me, like many people do, we have a dilapidated building, we need your help to save it, and I listened, and I figured maybe we'd say yes, maybe we'd say no, like most people that, we can't say yes to everyone, we don't have that kind of money. We try to keep your property taxes low. We do keep your property taxes low. But Vanessa Phillips, my deputy, the chief administrative officer for the county, walking out, she said, we're doing this, and we're doing it fast. And I said, why fast? And she said, well, people aren't around forever. And I thought she was talking about the students, but I don't think she was talking about the students. I think she was talking about me. I'm not in office forever, and my term ends at the beginning of 2025, so I only have about 18 months left, and it truly was a dream, David. I think when we were sitting in that room 5 years ago, to imagine that we'd be here in this very same building, celebrating your 100th birthday. I mean, the work that your group, Dr. Edwards, having stepped out, and so many of you, Sonny, I can't name everyone, but everyone who's contributed, and of course the state legislators as well, have done tremendous work. Oh, and Councilwoman Kilpatrick, I know her Representative Linwood is here, or was here somewhere. But let me just close with this. What I think this facility has done, and Hilda's life is a hallmark of this, it's not only commemorating our past, recognizing that our past is ugly, as unequal, as unjust as it is, something that needs to be told, and needs to be told without editing or revising, as they're doing in some other places around the country. We need to tell the honest truth. Yes. But also make this as a place where we talk honestly about our present and about our future. I like to talk about a study that the government up in Boston, the Boston Federal Reserve, just in 2015, did a study, you should look it up, called The Color of Wealth. It looked at, in just the Boston area, but it's not too different than the Wilmington area. Let's look at the wealth that all individuals of African origins have, compared to the wealth of everyone of European origin. And among people of European origin, in 2015, they found if you add up all the assets, the houses, cars, everything, subtract all the liabilities, all the debts, whites had $247,500 on average of wealth. And blacks in the Boston area had $8 of wealth, right? And it's tempting to say, well, that was 8 years ago, or well, that was in Boston. But let's be honest, when we look around our community, there are real issues, and there are real problems that we need to work on solving, and there's no place better to do it than right here in this building. So, happy birthday, Ms. Hilda. I never miss a party with ice cream. And thank you so much to all of you for coming together to celebrate.
Thank you so much to our partners here. Everyone in this room is a partner in our journey in some way. And that was the whole idea behind being a center for diversity and inclusion and social equity. And gosh, has it gotten out of control as far as people trying to suppress knowledge, to suppress people learning and critically thinking and making their own decisions based on what they absorb and read. That is really scary stuff. And we're not going to necessarily be able to change that segment of our population that is just rigidly inflexible with their attitudes in the future. But we have two choices. We can do nothing about it and just let it continue to be the loud voice of lack of reason, or we can all get together as brothers and sisters and say, how do we create strategies and ways to make it better? And that's been the heart, that's the DNA of our mission here. That was, and the inspiration for that came from the incredible history of what happened in this building. And even in Delaware, we're not telling the whole story. I mean, I'm learning so much from Dr. Edwards and from everyone, all the students, and from the Bulah family and all the lessons, but I'm going to give you a couple shockers. who was the first state to end segregation in public schools?
Delaware.
Delaware. What year?
1951.
1952. When the judge, Chancellor Collins Sykes, ruled that the schools 29 and 107C were separate but not equal. How many of you didn't know that? 1952. It wasn't Brown v. Board in 1954. It was Delaware in 1952. And Delaware was the only state out of the 5 states that were part of Brown v. Board where the Supreme Court upheld the lower court decision as opposed to the other 4 states where it overturned. So this is history, but this history isn't being told. It's not being taught right now, and we have to make sure that it is. And thanks to all of the support that we've had so far, we're building, think of us as a snowball. We're a snowball trying to gain mass and gain momentum and inertia, and to be able to just get bigger and bigger so that we really can. For those of us that really feel it in our hearts, we can make the world a better place in the future. Okay, so that's it. That's what we're doing. And I don't want to get long-winded, but as a professor, I can talk and get carried away very much. But we want all of you here to join in our mission. This is a meritocracy. It is not a hierarchy. There's no hierarchy. And so we have a lot of information about what we hope to accomplish in the future, and it keeps growing. Just to give you an idea we had a meeting thanks to Syl Wolford, who's been an incredible supporter and resource over the years to our mission. Syl introduced me to a number of folks that are coming out of the Delaware Genealogical Society and a lot of and I was blown away by our conversation last week, Syl, but there is a resource that was created by the Latter-day Saints, the Mormon Latter-day Saints, called Family Share. Is that right?
Yeah.
I learned about it 2 days ago.
Yep.
And it gives every person an opportunity to find free resources to trace your genealogy all the way back to wherever it could be. And name one person that's living that is interested in learning about their genealogy and where they came from. So we now have a new partner in our mission that came thanks to Syl. This is huge. Because now, instead of being, as Judge Jordan said, Syl, in our call, instead of being divisive and talking about words, DEI, that turn off people, we can talk about DEI, but we can also talk about genealogy, which brings people together. So we're literally gaining more and more momentum every day, and being open to that. So want you all to be involved, and anytime you want to come here and use the facility. We've had so many great programs, and we're excited for what the future holds. And then I want to, Ms. Hilda, we've got one more resolution. This is from our real partner in the local area, which is Janet Kilpatrick, our councilwoman, and it's from the Newcastle County Council. And it's hereby known that Councilwoman Janet Kilpatrick and County Council celebrate Miss Hilda Bulah Morris on her 100th birthday. Hilda attended the Hockessin Colored School number 107C that was involved in the historic landmark case of Bulah v. Gephardt, which was combined with Brown v. Board of Education to create the precedent-setting Supreme Court decision to end segregation in America's schools. Hilda is the last surviving member of the Bulah family. May your relatives' souls be bound up in heaven. And on this day, we hereby commemorate this amazing milestone on your 100th birthday. Signed by them. So that's from Janet. The council is meeting right now, so unfortunately she couldn't be here. So thank you all so much from all of our elected leaders. And now for the icing on the cake. Cassius, would you mind coming up? And maybe we can explain. Would you like to explain your inspiration? Yes. All right, want me to do the honors of doing this? Yes. Okay.
student and children. The young girl, the young girl with a world full of hatred looking at her, not full of hatred looking at her, while the world is not as, it's something she loves, but it's not as equal as she would want it to be. While the young white boy having all of the privileges and knowing what is happening, but doesn't know any better to do any differences, to make anything. While the brick wall in the middle represents segregation, as the prints also represent how change was being made at the time to eventually integrate our two worlds. So that is this picture, and it was made because of this art competition, and now I am so happy to have it here and to have it here at this historical. So thank you.
Just so you know, I taught with Cassius's mom for many years. Look old bird over here.
Thank you so much. This is such an amazing gift. And thanks to Miss Danielle Dove and Headmaster Miss Matthew. We've done a lot of outreach to lots of different schools, and we've had Mr. Sunday and I and Mr. Leroy were at the Archmere School for an assembly with 400 or 500 students, and we love doing that. And the former students love to do that, and it really is an eye-opener as far as giving the students this wonderful exposure. And this is, think about what, if you really think about education today, and I've been in academia for about 33 years, what really sticks and what really works more than anything is experiential learning. That is the future. And if you think, I've been in higher ed most of my career, almost all of my career, but if you are in a higher education facility and you do not teach your children with experiential learning, they're going to really question the value of getting an education, a higher education. And the students and the young people are so advanced today versus when I was in their place. Now the experiential learning is so critical to to everything, to lower school, middle school, and to high school. So everything we can do to bring real stories and primary resources like the students to the school is fantastic. So thank you, Ms. Dove, for being the catalyst behind that. And we're just getting warmed up. So, and all of the students. And the great thing about it is the students always say yes. When we say, would you like to go here? Yes. And Ms. Hilda, thank you for always saying yes to our special occasions as well. So, how about if we sing Happy Birthday? Again, Ms. Hilda. And is Dr. Lynette here? Okay. Anyway, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hilda. Happy birthday to you.
We need 100 candles now.
Yeah,
I believe you're blowing it up.
One more thing. I'd like to introduce our chair of our board who just came out of the OR. Dr. Ray Blackwell is in the back. Dr. Blackwell is Chief of Cardiac Surgery at Christiana Care and has been an incredible partner and brother to all of us here. Do you want to say a few words, Doctor?
Thanks everyone for coming. Ms. Hilda, happy birthday. It's a little late, but happy birthday. And it's You know, when we think about it, it's really an honor we have the opportunity to see history, touch history, and witness history. And we have a piece of history sitting right in front of us. How blessed we are to have that opportunity. We take every opportunity to this. And the students as well, and they struggle through these times as well. But what an opportunity and a blessing it is that we have this chance to really appreciate history and for us to say thank you for what you did. I mean, we can't imagine the struggle that you went through. And I think about first graders changing the entire school. And, you know, just the entire integration process in 1952. What a challenge that must have been. And you all went through it and accomplished great things. You changed the face of the country. There aren't a lot of people who get to say that. So,
Courage.
Yes.
So it's just a blessing for me to be able to participate in making this building a permanent part of history and getting to know you all and being a part of your lives. So I just want to say thank you.
Did you want to say a few words, Mr. Sonny?
And thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, very few. But we, the students here, are very excited about this school. This is our history. And I would strongly suggest all of you who are in position to do this, encourage the schools to teach history. Encourage the school to teach history. I volunteer at Dalcastle School, and they don't push history in the school. Occasionally they would get a class, 3 or 4 classes together, and ask me to talk to them because I'm the oldest both places I go. But anyway, please, let's get this history in our school so our students, our young people, can learn what we went through and they will appreciate what they have now. We had used books. Half the pages was missing. Half a piece of the pencil, half a piece of chalk. They've got everything. But they don't appreciate it because they don't know history. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sonny, and thank you again to all the former students. We are so grateful for all of your support and your trust during this journey. And we just want you to live forever so that we can continue to have these type of blessed events together. And Ms. Hilda, we've got some mail that came for you here too. So one of them is from Senator Carper. It just came in the mail. May I read it to you? Dear Miss Bulah Morris, I have recently learned that you are celebrating a very special birthday, number 100. Congratulations on such a happy occasion. It is my pleasure to add my voice to those of your family and friends in wishing you a happy birthday. I am sure that you have seen many changes during your lifetime and that you could share an array of stories about that time, which you have with us, thankfully. You have lived through some of the most trying and successful times humanity has witnessed. As the world enters into a new era, I am sure that you will bring even more to society and to our community. Birthdays are a special time to reflect on all the great years you have experienced, what you have accomplished, and to look forward that all is yet to come. I hope that your energy level and spirits are high, and that your 100th birthday brings you happiness, along with wonderful friends and family with whom to share. Enjoy your special day, and best wishes in all that your future holds. On to 101. With best personal regards, Thomas R. Carper, United States Senator. Darlene, do you want to present this to Ms. Hilda?
No, that's okay, you can present it.
Okay, great. And this is from Darlene and from Pete from the Hockessin Historical Society. Wow, there's a card with 100 on it. That's really cool. And dear Miss Hilda, celebrating you and all the lives you've touched, all the memories you've made, and the love and laughter you shared, celebrating 100 wonderful years of you. Happy 100th birthday, Hockessin Historical Society, Pete Seeley and Darlene Amobi. Thank you so much. And Cassius, thank you again for your beautiful artwork. And thank you all for being here. And I don't have anything, anybody else?
Ice cream.
We didn't get their ice cream yet. So the truck is here for another hour. That's right. That's the old code. All you can eat.
It's over now. Hang on, I'll turn it off right now.